Lights, camera, action. 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 Lights, camera, action.
Let's go. I did this and I did that. Hit licks just to get cash. So weight in them zip bags. Met a pimp named Slickback. He told me to keep my game strong. I put a chick mouth.
Oh, let's lighten it up a little bit.
Let's lighten it up.
You said that Manny Pacquiao is a top 5 greatest boxer of all time.
Goddamn right.
And you done talking about
I'm
it.
done
We about to talk
talking
about it right goddamn.
Let's talk about it.
So are you just saying it's one of your favorites?
He's one of my favorites, and you can argue that he's top 5. Nobody.
Can you argue it and win?
Of course.
Show me how.
Nobody in the history of the sport, since they've been wearing gloves, has done what he's done. Mm-hmm. Nobody.
And what has he done exactly?
He's won 8 titles in 8 different divisions.
Has everybody attempted that?
People don't move up you're only gonna move up so many divisions, man. I mean, most people who start out, he started a lot. He was like a fucking featherweight.
Like 83 pounds.
Dumb small. He was dumb small. So usually when people, when you start moving up in divisions, you don't carry your power with you. You're gonna lose 9 times out of 10. You're gonna lose something. You're gonna lose your foot speed. You're gonna lose your hand speed. You're gonna lose your, the quickness of your upper body movement.
He was accused of taking PEDs.
He was accused of it. He was. I mean, I can't dismiss it. You can't dismiss it. That dude either. I'm not dismissing it, but we do come across phenomenons every now and again. And I feel like he's most definitely one of them dudes. You don't go from even PEDs are only gonna get you so far. They're only gonna get you so far. It has to be at the root of it. You have to have some sort of foundation and skill set in what it is that you do. So you look at a cat like Manny. You're not gonna train your boxer or your fighter to fight like Manny. Up until he fought Eric Morales the second time, he was a one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? But he was so dominant. It was the same punch pattern: 1-1-2, 1-1-2, 1-1-2. And when he would miss or when you would slip it or weave up under the shot, he'd get off balance. He was really off balance with a lot, with his footwork. Well, he was so dominant, you would be scared to counter that because you don't want to leave yourself open. All right, shit, what if this nigga do land and throw some shit back? Because if he clip me, he gonna be on me. So, that's what I mean. I mean,
So basically,
the dude was just he was so solid in what it is that he did, man. He's extremely solid. And to this day, he's a threat for anybody at 147, just off of his experience online. You haven't seen him drop. Do
you think what you think about this? Other than I doubt you want to see it, I don't think nobody really does. But it's supposed to happen. Him and Floyd rematch. Now, especially for somebody saying he was a top 5, I feel like shouldn't you be more confident this time around? His shoulder don't hurt no more.
No,
he just came off.
His shoulder didn't hurt the first time. Listen, Manny Pacquiao is one of my favorites, but Floyd is also one of my favorites. I used to hate that nigga for the grit, but Floyd is my man. Manny Pacquiao, his shoulder wasn't hurt, man. He was just really, he was embarrassed, man. Like everybody was clamoring, they was mad at the fight. It was boring. It wasn't boring to me. If you enjoy boxing,
it was boring to the casual.
Exactly. That was typical Floyd. That was vintage Floyd Mayweather. He looked better in that fight than he did in his previous fight against a young buck. So
who did he fight before that? Berto?
No, he fought what's my man name? Marcos Maidana. He fought Maidana before that.
That was the second one.
That was the second one. But
to me, that was Floyd's toughest fight besides Castillo, and I guess we can throw Judah in there.
I mean, you can throw Oscar De La Hoya in there as well.
I wouldn't throw that one. I mean, you can. You can. I'm just putting it at the bottom of it.
You can make an argument that De La Hoya won
Floyd was in trouble with Maidana the second time. If that nigga didn't get saved by the bell, he walked his ass in the corner, we would have seen something.
He got his bells rung most definitely. Man.
And it's crazy because niggas say if that fight was more dominant in Floyd's favor than the first one, to me, Floyd watched him the first time. He looked in trouble the second time to me.
He was in trouble the first time just because of the approach that he took. He stayed in the pocket. He didn't fight off his back foot in the first fight. He stayed in the clinch with him. It was a phone booth fight the whole time. Literally, they was forehead to forehead. He was most definitely winning. I thought he won the fight. But you can make an argument, Marcos Maidana won. Nah.
I'll accept that for the second fight. To me, the first fight was clean.
Oh, the second fight.
They both was exciting though.
He put hands and feet on him both times, but he really put hands and feet on. They should, he exposed him right down there. You can't deal with a slick out boxing counter puncher. You can't fight. You can't deal with nobody who's effective off his back foot. And Floyd, he showed that. You feel me?
So you're a boxing connoisseur. So when I say that Terrence Crawford is the greatest boxer ever, or at least on pace to be, to that you say what?
On pace to be, hell yeah. We ain't seen a cat who can fight from both sides as effectively as he does since Marvin Hagler. And Marvin Hagler, you can most definitely argue him with top 5. You most definitely could. So that comparison alone right there is yikes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at it. It's just now he's in the division where everybody was like, they want to see him at. Where
you think we're going to see him fight all them fighters up? Because Spence had a point when he said he on the wrong side of the street.
I agree with everything Spence said. I most definitely agree with it. I'm mad that Bud took that deal with Bob Arum, old ass. Bud, I'm begging you, get away from this old motherfucker, man.
It's too late now.
It's too late, but guys, man, listen, this is where nigga like Suge Knight come in fucking handy at, man. Get him out of that deal with that old motherfucker, man. Like that bothers me, man. It ain't about your fucking promoting ass, my nigga. It's about these cats is fighting for a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Their lives is already at stake. They can go in that ring and get laid down. Let them niggas handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let them handle that. You be there. All right, cool. My money. You handle my money situation. You let me know if this is the best thing to do. Yada yada yada. All right, cool. But niggas, Floyd and Manny fucked the game up because now everybody is just really trying to get as much bang for their buck.
Yeah, I wish boxing would take like an NBA playoffs approach where you can't avoid no fights.
I'm not mad at that at all. Or a UFC approach.
Yeah, something where it just has to happen.
It has
no
to.
matter what. Ain't no politics involved. Because it's shit. Because like Spence kept saying, who has Crawford fought? That question should not be able to be asked when you have belts.
Yeah, real rap. Real rap.
It shouldn't be able. That just shows there's too much politics in the game.
But I mean, he has a point at 147. Yeah, you can make that argument. But let's not forget, Victor Postal was dangerous. He was.
My mama, he was. He made him look like food.
He made him. No man, that was easy work. Yeah. He put hands and feet on Victor Postal. Victor Postal was the number 2 in the division.
Yeah.
Niggas was, Yuri Ortiz Gamboa.
Yeah,
let's not jump out the window. I mean, he moved up in weight, but that dude was and he was winning that fight early on.
I think in boxing, people mistake just because you're not popular.
Exactly. And that circles back in, to everything. It ain't always about popularity. It's about skill set at the end of the day. So now you can, your Victor Postals, your Stank Lundy wasn't about shit. Fuck that nigga. Man, don't disrespect my city, bro. Who else was it?
He learned his lesson.
Yeah, he learned it quick too. He got hands up. Derry Jean, whatever with that. But Victor Postal that's a damn good opponent to have on your resume. Danny Garcia ducked Victor Postal. Let's not forget that. Let's not just throw that. Who is Victor Postal? Victor Postal knocked Lucas Matisse the fuck out. Let's not just throw that under the bus.
What you think about Kell Brooks?
He's a easily top 5 in that division. Top.
To me, he's like an underrated. I feel like he had a lot of losses and unfortunate. I feel like he was, if I'm getting my fights right, I feel like he was about to beat Triple G, but he had like a bad bleed that wouldn't stop or something. Am I bugging?
No, you're not bugging. He gassed that man. The thing is with Triple G, he just puts the fucking just. The amount of pressure he puts on you is real. It just wears on you and wears on you and wears on you, and you have to. Only person I seen him put him on his back foot was Canelo in his last fight.
Well, maybe I am, but from what I remember Kell Brook whooping Triple G's ass, but he was bleeding.
It was speed. It was the speed and the combination punching that was really flustering Triple G. He was like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was stinging him too. He gonna talk that shit. Oh, I didn't feel it. He's a little guy. He's not serious. Fuck out of here. Yeah. He was putting hands and feet on Triple G. But the thing, Triple G is knocking around cruiserweights and sparring, dog, with headgear, man. So when he clips you, Jesus Christ, that's a bomb hitting you. That's Hiroshima right there, my nigga. So it was the combination punching and the speed that, of the punches that were coming, and it was bothering him. But He just didn't have the stamina to keep it up. And even then, he started fading. Like, when they hang on the rope, I know this off experience. I've done it. You get to hanging on the rope, you gas, bro. And, there's nobody in that division who's going to stop Triple G from moving forward. And Triple G was coming in for the kill, so I think it was a good stop. But up until he didn't hit the canvas, and that was about 5 rounds in. He didn't hit the canvas. Triple G has stopped niggas in the first round who are full-blown middleweights. Kell Brook went in there about 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, but 5 rounds with him.
Kell Brooks, ain't that the nigga who had Spence in trouble too?
Oh, yeah, he has.
I missed that fight, but I heard Spence was in trouble. You actually seen the fight?
Yeah, I saw it live, man.
So he just came through, so Spence just turned it around.
He turned, but even before, it was a close fight.
Like even at the end of the fight,
even at the end of the
sure who won until they.
Well, no, he got stopped. Spence stopped him. Spence stopped him or whatever, man. But even up until the first knockdown, you like, Kell Brook can still win this fight. He can still most definitely win this fight, man. Triple G broke one orbital or one eye socket. Spence, Kell Brooks.
Oh shit.
Kell Brook broke the other one. Spence broke the other one.
Jesus.
So it was just like, God damn, what can you do?
It's like put voodoo in that nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn.
Shout out to Old Goon, you know what I'm saying? Voodoo. y'all know about that when y'all get on your reading shit. But yeah, man.
Do you know about voodoo?
Not too much. I know a little bit. I know a little bit.
What do you know?
I know that's what the Haitians use to get the French and the Spaniards and the British up off their ass. And they get condemned for it nowadays. It's a reason why Haiti is in the position that it's in today. Because then they don't like taking L's. They took a harsh L. They they big up Napoleon. Are you the greatest? Napoleon got crashed. Dessalines was putting hands and feet on them motherfuckers, on them crackers down there, man. They couldn't handle him. They couldn't. And Vodun is at the crux of that. Bookman in the alligator swamp. When they started to conjure up the spirit of Ogun, you know what I'm saying? That's when it was like, all right, now it's time to rock out. Mackendall putting poison in their motherfucking food and drink, them crackers and them coons up there, you know what I'm saying? Get rid of all of them. They all gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, what my man say on Mark for Death, my Jamaican brother, stop the blood clot crying. Everybody must dead. And that's how he gave it up on him, man. Like, no, nigga, you finna hold this L. I don't care if you black. That mulatto shit don't fly over here. Mulattoes have been very detrimental to black progress. They genuinely have been. That's why a lot of brothers don't trust people who come from African and European ancestry, man. You gotta pick a side. That, I'm this, I'm black, I'm white, I'm Native American. Nah, nigga, you doing too much. Your ass is black, and if you gonna bang it, my nigga. But the minute you get to talking that I'm black and I'm white, people, some people, some brothers are gonna look at you funny. Some brothers and sisters are gonna look at you funny because, they've been very instrumental.
What's your opinion on interracial, specifically black and white relationships?
I personally don't mind it. I personally wouldn't date a white woman. I would enjoy a single life with a white woman, but I wouldn't, like, as far as building and taking her home to Mom Dukes or nothing. Nah, I couldn't. I wouldn't do it, man. I wouldn't do it. But it's sisters who, my wife is Central American. It's sisters who get mad at me for that. There's brothers who get mad at me as well, and I understand it. I'm not mad at them for that. I let them sit. I had a sister, a real dark skinned lady. She was a good looking lady too. She was in her 50s. I didn't even know. And she said something. She said something about my wife, but the statement that she made was, that's how sisters are, or something that had to do with the sister. I'm like, my wife ain't black. She's like, what is she? I'm like, my wife is Central American. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. But I wasn't mad at Beloved. You know what I'm saying? I get it, man. I get it. I can't get mad at y'all sisters for that. For my mentality that I had today, it most definitely should be shared with a black woman. So I gotta, I have to apologize for that. I'm not divorcing my wife or nothing.
Yeah.
But I most definitely, that's my mentality that I had should most definitely be shared with a black woman. I get that. That was a mistake. As far as
you win that mentality at the time, or just
come
later?
I'm new to consciousness.
Yeah.
I'm very new to it. I'm very new to it. Now, I can't get enough of it. I have mind fights my damn self. Like, damn, man. Like, how the brothers gonna look at me, or how the sisters gonna look at me? It's people who are, who they like, yo, man, they just like you. You know, they us. You know, the Mexicans, they us. Them is us. Which I got genuine love for, you know, the brown folks. I genuinely do. I don't too much. I got love personally for brown people. I genuinely do, man. But, you know, that black and brown coalition is out the window. It's out the window. That thing over. Before it even started.
Why do you say that?
They don't represent us, man. They grassroots politicians. They don't come to our aid. When, you know, Zimmerman clipped Trayvon, we ain't heard him say nothing about Alton Sterling, Sandra Bland. We haven't heard nothing about Chance Crutcher, Freddie Gray. We haven't heard nothing about them. You know, a lot of them take on the, you know, they take on the ideology of the oppressor. They have these cracker mentalities, you know, brown crackers. They have that a lot of them do. You know how many, oh my God, you know how many Central Americans voted for Trump? Mexicans in particular? Shorty, I was just telling you about earlier, who was like, just do it the right way.
Yeah.
Fuck is wrong with you?
Did you catch the clip of what I had with Duff when he was talking about illegal?
No. Oh, what'd he say? Yo, refresh my memory.
He was like, because I was like, but what about? Because he was like, you can't just be letting everybody come over here. I said, okay. I was like, okay, cool. But what about like how they even went about it, separating the kids from the parents? And he was like, man, that's bad parenting, yada yada yada.
Yo, Duff, you on that huff? You on that huff, my nigga? You know, salute to you, but brother, come on.
Do you know him personally?
Nah, I don't know him. You know, I mean, I got genuine love for black.
I'm sure he'll love to do the show with you.
Yeah, almost definitely, man. Come fuck with me, my nigga. Yeah. Straight up and down. But
shout out to Duff.
Shout out to Duff.
I like Duff.
But the thing is,
don't like all his ideas.
I mean, yeah, that shit wild style, nigga.
Yo, that shit was so, cause I ain't really had a conversation with him until then.
Yeah,
I was getting to know him right then and there. I'm like, yo, who the fuck? That shit was ill.
What's wrong with you, bro?
But it was good though.
I mean, when you talk about coming over here, what do you say? You can't just be letting all them people over here.
You can't let people in here do it the right, just like the Mexican chick says, do it the right way. You gotta. You know.
What did them Europeans do when they came over here?
Yeah, I brought that up. And I also brought up, and you probably more educated in this area than me, because I was like, because I asked him who made the law to say that you can't come over here, and he was like, it don't matter. I said, you don't think it matters? Because last I checked, now I could be wrong, man. Couldn't they not just go through all the Americans all they wanted until these niggas came over here?
Listen, man, go look up Manifest Destiny. Go look up that law. That law right there was implemented saying from water to water, coast to coast, you get rid of everything moving that they trying to stop what it is that we trying to do. What they doing with that Dakota pipeline, that would, you know, take that and magnetize it from coast to coast.
What's the thought again?
Manifest Destiny. Go look into that law, man. You know, the laws that they implemented when they came over. And like, how the fuck? You got me so fucked up, my nigga. How? Oh, my God. That shit, it bothers me, man. It bothers me. You ain't indigenous to nothing, my nigga, but them goddamn caves. Now, I hate white folks. A lot of people, they get really uncomfortable with, you know, a lot of white people especially, they get really uncomfortable. My sister-in-law's white. My aunt is white. I got genuine love for white. I don't trust white people. I genuinely don't. You have to earn that trust with me in this mindset that I'm in now. You have to earn.
That's fair. That's where I'm at too.
You have to.
Let me ask you this: do you think if you take all the white people in just the United States at least, probably the world, it'll probably equal out the same. Do you think the majority of them are racist, or do you think it's
yeah?
You think it's the majority?
Hell yeah!
I think it's a loud minority of them.
A minority of them? Hell no. Man, listen.
I think the only racist motherfuckers, I ain't say the only, but I think the majority of the racist motherfuckers is in the Midwest that have no experience.
Hell no. Hell no.
Let's speak on it.
My dude, listen, man. For one. Oh, man. You gotta, I mean, a lot of these people who come over here, you know, they have French and Dutch and Belgian and British ancestry. Do you have any idea what them fools is doing to the brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa? Oh my God, they raping that place, and they're subjugating the native population. They're there, and you know they seep into their politics, their local law enforcement, their military. It's about five.
Well, let me re-term my question.
All right, cool. You said just here in the Midwest, I had to hit you with some.
Because what you said sound more like white supremacy, which I think that's definitely majority. But I'm just talking about the
racism is white supremacy. Racism.
You think that's the same thing?
It's most definitely the same thing. People get racism fucked up, like where you know, they think the nigga is that's the only way you can be racist.
That's the type of racist I was talking about.
No, it doesn't have to be just that. It's another book by Kwame Ture called Black Power. He talks about covert and overt racism. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the example that he gave, but overt racism would be Dylan Roof devil ass walking up in the church and intentionally killing all them brothers and them elderly brothers and sisters in that church. That's overt racism. Covert racism is, you know, the prison industrial complex. Yeah. All them brothers and sisters.
More sophisticated.
Yes, it's way more sophisticated. It's overt and covert racism, man. So
different.
They most definitely are. And the thing, I won't say the majority. No, I will say the majority. I won't say all. I will say the majority of them. You're gonna have your John Browns and your what's her name? What's her name? Oh my God, what's her name? The lady who does the Blue Eye Experiment.
With the older lady with like the
yes,
short hair
I cannot remember her name.
I know what you're talking about though.
You're always gonna have, you know, people who are, you know, who are like that, you know, who are willing to put their livelihood on the line for, you know, the real liberation of black people. You know, you're gonna have that, but the majority of them isn't. I mean, look at the outrage they're getting over Colin Kaepernick. Look at that. It's ridiculous. And what's crazy, I'm gonna tell you what's real crazy, my nigga. They'll tell you they can tell you all who's better between Jordan and LeBron and Kobe. They can run down all the stats of all of our black athletes. They can name you every rap song under the sun. And usually, a lot of times when white folks listen to rap music, it's the most ratchetest rap music, you know. And they fucking with the Boosie, they fucking with the Webby, they fucking with the Don Tripps and your Young Dolphs and your Kevin Gates. That's the shit that they listen to or whatever, man. But when it's time to be like, all right, man, but you know, let me see where your politics lie at. You know what I'm saying? You ask them something that has to do with the black plight in society today. They don't have it. You know, they revert right back into that deviltry. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, it's more why are black people 13% of the population but commit over 50% of the crime? You know, you guys are killing each other, and they always point to Chicago. I don't know why everybody's so fixated on Chicago. Niggas is getting clipped everywhere.
Yeah, for one. For two, when has Chicago ever been this paradise? Was Al Capone there doing the same shit?
Al Capone was doing this shit in Chicago.
Come on, man.
It hasn't always been as bad as it is though, man. But you talk in the 90s and the 80s, especially the 70s and the 80s. That's, you know, New York was shit. Them niggas was catching M's on a regular basis. You know, we forget all the big kingpins come out of New York. You know, Detroit and all that shit, man. When the 80s hit, LA had it. You know, they had it sold up. You know, you get into the the early 90s. Now you're getting into your Baltimore's and your New Orleans and everything, man. Chicago ain't really get as bad as it is until recently. So I'm like, I don't know why everybody is just so fixated on Chicago. And if you really want to talk about it, nobody wants to address this. But it's these masks that people can wear.
I was about to say, I don't even think all that shit is genuine. You seen the latest Purge movie?
What?
You seen the latest Purge movie?
No. It's hard for me to watch that shit.
Well, I was going to say, do you know what it was about? Basically, like what they doing in Chicago, the niggas is going in there blackface, doing it and saying, yo, look at these niggas. Yeah. Honestly, I remember it was...
And the thing is this, because it's a woman that I listen to from Chicago named China Fox. She's dope. But she, you know, China Fox, she's dope. She's real. She's on her shit. She's super dope. But usually when niggas, you know, when you know, all right, if a certain individual gets hit, you know what hood he from. 9 times, if you in that city, you know who they beef with. So you can at least narrow it down. You can at least narrow it down to these individuals right here. They ain't doing that in Chicago.
Right.
They can't, we didn't do that shit to y'all. And it's not the first time they did that. They did that same bullshit in LA during the riots. When the riots hit and, you know, the Damus and the Rips came in, was like, nah, man, fuck, we gonna tie these flags together. And this is, bro, you know, red and black. I got love for the Rips and the Damus. Love y'all niggas, man. The G's and the Lord, I love all y'all niggas. Red and blue is black to me. That's how they was. Red and blue is black. Fuck all this shit. And it was peace all over LA. But when you do that, you compromise the paychecks of these cracker pigs out here, man. So what they did was they went and got the ops car out of the impound and they started riding through, you know, enemy territory and Swiss cheese in their hood up. So this ain't the first time that they've done this. But now they're getting more sophisticated to where they got the, they have the technology to put this mask on. And not even just the mask, my nigga. They got the arm, they got, nigga, you...
I'm like, man, what
kind of Jeepers Creepers shit is that?
And then, like, then you'll say that to somebody and they look at you like you a wild conspiracy theorist. Like, why is it so difficult to believe?
Because it's not the norm. Niggas killing niggas, that's the norm.
Oh, by the way, I want to, while it's on my mind, we get a quick apology, because I'm believing down in black people publicly. Candace Owens, I called you a coon. I want to take that back. I publicly apologize. I look forward to having you on the show when I get my rep up, so we can have an intelligent conversation. Candace Owens, the one that had Kanye talking crazy, talking about slavery as a choice.
Candace, the dog. Oh fuck! I don't like that, man. And she's another one, man. She gets on these places. Right to Chicago. 40 people just got shot in Chicago. Bitch, shut the fuck up, man. Like, stop with the oh my God, that infuriates me, man. They'll be fixated on Chicago. We deem black identity extremists. Didn't we just have another school shooting or another mass shooting just this week?
Yeah, we do.
You ain't gonna speak on none of them crackers though. Who's doing that shit?
About that shit in Miami?
What's that? What?
See, nigga, how come dog? Somewhere in Miami, and this is all for one person. The police, nigga, it was a minimum of 100 gunshots. A minimum within a 60-second, just as long as an Instagram clip can last. It's a 60-second.
That's the goddamn shame.
It was crazy. It was nigga, just that's all you hear for a minute straight, and then the video runs out, so they probably was still shooting. And then I remember I was talking to my brother. He was like, I got notifications about some shit that Kim Kardashian did. I got a notification about this, about that. I ain't heard shit about this.
Wow.
You didn't hear shit about it? I ain't seen
nothing. Because it's becoming the norm. Shit. One of the youngins at Northwest was talking about coming through and Swiss cheesing that shit up. In our city.
What happened?
One of the kids, they had, one of the students at Northwest just this week was talking about he has a hit list of students that he's coming up there to get at.
Oh.
Just this week in our city. It's
At
starting
Northwest?
At Northwest High School. Huskies, my nigga. I went there for a semester. It's starting to become the norm. And that's the thing, man, with just, deviltry and barbarism, man. Eventually it starts to fucking self-destruct. It does. You're gonna have your the MGM shooting. You're gonna have plenty of those types of shootings because, when you're in a position where you can get a pass or a slap on the wrist for doing the shit that you do, eventually, all right, cool, I can just get away with it. I'm gonna get at everybody. If I'm at everybody getting it. We don't have, that's just, as African people, we don't have that shit in our spirit like that, man.
And ain't that ill how these mass shooters are not a priority.
It's not.
That Chicago is. The one city in the whole nation is just throwing the whole nation down with these random acts from these type of people. I wonder what type of people they are that go in different places and shoot up 20, 30, 50, 75 people at a time.
At a time. You walk in a gaming because you got crashed by the brother in the gaming tournament. You want to go and just get cut. Man,
oh yeah, the man.
Yeah,
that's what
bitch.
I was talking to Duff about that. I was like, nigga, because we was talking about who was the most dangerous type of person. He says it's the Muslims.
Oh my! Now Muslims ain't a friend of. They're not friends to black people, so
that's fine.
Ain't no correlation with that. But that's a different story.
Yeah.
But they sure as hell don't supersede what's going on with these white folks.
I was like, did you hear about the Madden shooting? He was like, oh yeah. And I said, who do you think did that? He said, a Muslim. I said, nigga, Googled it right then and there. Oh shit. Come on, man.
Players fuck up.
Come on. That's not their MO. They blow shit up. Maybe if the building blew up, maybe, but nigga. I just got no niggas method of operation. Come on, man. They blow shit up. White people come in there with the ARs. Man. We'll come at each other in our own areas. That's nothing. When we violate, we usually do it in our own.
We do it in our hood with each other, whatever, and that's fucked up in itself, man.
That's fucked up, but
we
to use that as a political something. Like, yo,
that's sickening, man. That's genuinely sickening.
What is y'all plans for fixing? What are y'all planning on doing? To me, I feel like that's something only we can do.
It's nothing that they
ain't got shit to do with y'all. What, you just gonna police it?
Oh, police what? Us?
That's what I'm saying. The only thing I can see Candace and Trump and them talking about doing something in Chicago is putting extra police in there. That's not solving the problem.
Man, not at all. The thing is this, man. People, we didn't start killing each other like this here in North America until the 50s and the 60s. And by then, you talking about, oh my God, dog. in the early 20th century, man, we had, like I said, man, we had neighborhoods getting bombed, man. It was a reason for that, man. We were doing well for ourselves.
Still racist.
We flourished in segregation. We flourished in it.
Damn.
We flourished in it when they did that bullshit. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We had the Marcus Garvey Pan-Africanist movement, man. You had your noble Drew Ali teaching Elijah Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad spilling that into Malcolm X. We had the Muslim movement. We had, you had your civil rights movement. You had your Ida B. Wells. You had your Medgar Evers. You had your Martin Luther Kings. And then
this
eventually...
back when black on black crime was not an epidemic.
Not at all.
We still kept dying. And y'all say the reason why shit's fucked up is because it's black on black crime.
No.
Not black lives. Come on, man.
Social engineering took place, man. When you got there, everything, we're black people, that's what we do. So when you associate everything bad with black, it's natural. You'd be surprised and you don't think it's like, you like, damn, that shit is.
But when we talk about the facts, all the bad shit is white.
Sugar,
get your diabetes, salt, raise your blood pressure, bleach, kill 99.9% of anything in touch. You can't drink no glass of beer.
You can't go to sleep in a white room. You'll be up all night.
That's literally considered torture being in a whole white room. That's a fact. But when we talk about black shit, black rice is the best rice. White rice is terrible.
Come on, man.
Black beans is
black
like the best grade of beans you can have. Come on with it. Come on. Then the sun does what? So gives everything life, everything. But who does it kill?
Oh man.
Who has the highest risk of sun cancer?
Oh man. But y'all created the pyramids.
Come on, man. These are things that I look at. I'm like, I have no choice but to look at y'all sideways.
And man, that's what I'm doing, man. And a lot of y'all who all of a sudden want to speak on black issues now. I'm looking at y'all like, all right, yeah, it sound good. It sound good.
I'm pretty sure some of it too, because I believe there's exceptions in every rule. I also believe in evolution, and then there might be some African DNA sprinkled in there a few grandmas ago, so that's fine.
Not even a few, 30 grandmas ago, my nigga.
So that's fine. Like I said, this ain't but I'm just saying, man. I think that's worth really considering. That first of all, we're not even 100% the same DNA wise. The sun kills you and sustains everything else, and y'all seem to kill everything that the sun sustains. What am I supposed to do with this information?
Nigga.
What am I supposed to do with this information?
These police ain't there to protect and serve, man. The fucking inception of policing in America on a local level is slave patrol. I need y'all niggas to realize that shit, man. More black police officers ain't gonna help the situation, my nigga. It's genuinely not. We seen that bitch ass nigga beat that nigga up in motherfucking Baltimore just a couple weeks ago. Nigga was handcuffed, crashed him. Come on, man. Black niggas in fucking police uniform with carrying out the orders of cracking motherfuckers that are their superiors. That ain't gonna help no situation.
Right. And what's crazy though, they like literally trained to be that way. I honestly think like a lot of even like the white cops, I'm not even sure they were like racist on their way in there. They'd like trained to be cold hard. I seen a video of them being trained and they was like fucking with them, and the whole exercise was for them to just say stone cold, have no emotion. So these are like some real trained soldiers with no discretion, just doing what they were told. So I don't even all the way fault the actual cops that do this shit. It's just bigger than that to me. I want the head. I don't want the little foot. Doing shit to them ain't gonna do nothing.
The thing is, I mean, you take away the foot soldiers, the head eventually falls down. But the thing is, this also, man, it's easier to do it's easier for you to commit barbarism when you can just say, I was just doing my job.
Group thinking and all that.
No, I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. It's another book I got called Red to the Earth. Franz Fanon, rest in peace to that man. But he talks about French colonialism in Algeria. My dude hit me up. It's a brother I look to on Facebook, man, and he hits me on that. I'm like, yo, man, I respect his intellect. I don't know how you pronounce the nigga name, Kyrie or some shit like that. He in Florida. What's up, my nigga? But he really goes into grotesque detail about the French colonialism in Algeria, in Africa, and just how they just the methods that they get you to, that they take you through for you to be stone cold by the time it's time for you to engage the native people. It's outrageous, and they get you to a point where you say you completely disregard humanity and replace it with I'm just doing my job. So
what's the name of this book?
Wretch of the Earth.
What?
Wretch of the Earth.
Wretch of the Earth.
You have any idea what these people do? They are military when they go overseas and they raid these villages, man. They are, you know, they doing the most, but to them, they're just doing their job. They're protecting the security of America. And it's the same with these pigs up here. I'm just doing my job. I don't remember, how are you punching this brother in his mouth doing your job, especially when he's cuffed already? And you supposed, Baltimore is a majority black city. There you go right there. Baltimore is a majority black city, my nigga, and them niggas is getting crashed on by them black police officers, them coon-ass cops out there, my nigga.
You ever watched a show called Black Mirror on Netflix?
Nah, I never watched it.
You should watch it. It was an episode on there with the soldiers. Because each episode is always like some kind of new technology that don't necessarily exist today, but we could see it happening. Like it's not too far-fetched.
Oh, dope.
So one of the that's why it's dope. So one of the episodes, like with the soldiers, they had some type of, I don't know if it was like a hypnosis or some type of technology, but when the soldiers was going into these places, they literally seen them as like these monsters or whatever. Wow. From their perception, but they was just innocent women and children running to hide. Wow. And they burging them thinking they doing the real thing. And then, but one of the soldiers ended up kind of waking up a little bit. It was a dope concept. Wow. But that's how I feel about this. It's kind of like that on the level with the police and the soldiers and shit right now.
That's exactly what it is.
That's why I don't 100% blame them, but you can't let them
off. Nah, fuck that. At the end of the day, you gotta know right from, you gotta know, you know, all right, man, this is completely
they ain't off the hook, and what has to be done has to be done. I don't
like police.
From my most highest self, I still have some compassion.
I can't, because at the end, man, listen, man, especially with you black cops out here, man, you gotta realize, man, damn, like, this how fucked up it is, man. A lot of them brothers, they go into law enforcement, they think, yo, I'm gonna do good in my community, I'm gonna make my community a better place. And by the time you fucking, you know, shit is so seeped, it's so seeped that, you know, racism and just barbarism is so seeped into the fabric of America.
It seems it's normal.
It's a normality nowadays, man. So that same dope that you roughing that brother up for, them niggas brung it here.
Yeah.
They brung it here. That same killer that you taking off the street.
Like, it's crazy niggas don't ever ask them questions.
They don't.
Like, where did the shit come from?
It's not they ain't worried about that. Oh my God, Narcos breaks that down. You know, love Narcos. You ever watch that shit on Netflix?
Nah,
Fuego.
I seen a couple of episodes.
Nah, you gotta watch all that shit on the second season, because they going on the third season in November. But on the second season, it's, you know, one of the detectives on there. He's getting to a point where he's like, yo, he's working his way up the ladder. Like, all right, my nigga, like, because I'm trying to stop this shit. I'm trying to stop this, and there's roadblocks. These people within the CIA are kind of like roadblocking him, like, my nigga, like, nah, man, you know, they giving him the runaround, like, why we can't do that, like, no. If he finally gets to the top and realizes them cartel motherfuckers got the president in their pocket, and the CIA is behind, you know, they funding all this shit, man. So when he, you know, it's like, damn, man, it's never ending. You know what I'm saying? You can be good at whatever you may genuinely be a good police, but the establishment that you involve yourself with, it ain't got the people's best interests at heart.
You working in some bullshit.
Exactly, man. So that same brother, you on his ass for doing what he did. You taking him, you catching guns on him. How we getting the heat over here? How we getting them choppers over? Them choppers ain't, come on, man.
Hey, I gotta ask some questions. Where the fuck did the Chicago niggas get all the AKs and shit from? Where niggas get all the coke from? Where niggas get all these drugs from?
Where they getting that shit from? It's simple mathematics, my nigga.
They piss on you and tell you it's raining, and y'all niggas fall.
You like, damn, man.
Every fucking time.
I'm gonna go water
It's common sense.
Water for you. Like, come on, man. Like, niggas is just wild with it, man. It's sickening, man. And nobody wants to elevate their level of thinking, man. So it's just become a normalcy. It's normal. It's normal.
It's so normal. Niggas really don't understand why Colin kneels.
They don't. They genuinely don't, man. They don't.
Have you ever heard? Maybe it's because, you know, they kind of control our news feed. But have you ever seen an upset soldier of this shit?
Yeah, you have.
I have. You have.
But once again, them is soldiers who are like patriotism and we're fighting for, you know, the protection of America. First off, why the fuck I need you to protect me all the way over in Iraq? You ever asked that question?
Right.
What the fuck is you protecting?
Right.
Still, man. I mean, even then, I mean, the thing, you know what's real? I'm gonna tell you what's brazy, my nigga. I was working with a dude who was who was over there in Iraq. You know, our military trains the troops over there. Trains the troops. What kind of shit? Them are supposed to be the ops. You train you. I'm not about to have my ops train me and none of my people.
Yeah.
Them is the ops. Why you over there training them? You serious? Yeah. That's some bullshit, man. They run them Jedi mind tricks on y'all, and people are so it can't be wrong if it's put on TV. It can't, this just has to be true. And nobody wants.
That's why I love that we have the internet today.
Yes, it's a beautiful.
I feel like
thing.
we're the most blessed generation ever.
Because
back then they could control everything you see. You had 3 channels. All 3 channels told you the same thing. That's what you believe. Now we can fact check some shit. The shit add up. You know what I'm saying?
Even before the TV, they had the newspaper.
I mean, yeah, but
they
it
had
just
the
was
newspaper, my nigga, and word of mouth.
Yeah.
So, it was easier for, brothers really had to be thorough in. They had to go and crack open the book and see, oh, man, some shit just ain't adding up, man. Let me go do my history real quick and fact check.
What's your thoughts on Barack Obama?
Fuck him. He's a devil, too. People, people just get so high-minded and hung up on Barack Obama that they just, because he's, he's the first clearly black man, it can be argued that he's the first black president, but as I'm looking, like how I'm looking at you, he's clearly a brother. So they like, oh, Barack Obama, yada yada yada. You tell what you all right? Look at Trump. Look what Trump has done for these white supremacists out here. He's taken the KKK off the off the terrorist list. He's done that. He's put people in just in his. I'm not big into politics, so I could be wrong, but he's elevated people who are known bigots into status within the White House. He's great, yo man, yeah, y'all my
Donald
niggas.
Trump is white people's Malcolm X.
He really is. You'd be surprised at shit that I've heard people say to defend this bastard. But you look at Barack Obama. I don't remember. He didn't put the fear of God in these pigs for out here gunning us down, and it was a spike in police killings.
It was
with him. He didn't put the fear of God in him like that. You think
why is black people so scared to fight for us? Like everything we do, we got to include everybody.
Because
he was real big on not just the president of black people, but of all. What's wrong being they've been the president. Y'all got of all people, nigga. What's the population of white people in America? I know we only 13%.
Quote unquote. I don't believe that by the way either.
We think we more or less.
Hell yeah, it's more. You gotta think, we are African people. Black people are African people. So that would include the Africans, all the Sudanese. We have the biggest Sudanese population in America. Them are black people. Them is our brothers. You got and that's even with the Afro Latinos, the people who come up here from the Caribbean, the people who come up here from Central and South America, them are black people. They're African Americans. They're in America. North America just isn't America. Central South America is America as well. Fuck is y'all niggas talking about? Hell no, we ain't 13% of the population. I don't think we're not the majority by any means.
But that was my point. It's mostly, at least in the United States, it's way more white people than everybody else. So when you say not just black people president, but all presidents, you're just telling me you're the president of white people when I hear that. That's exactly what you did. You fought so well for them gay motherfuckers to get married.
Oh my God.
You fought so well for all this. Now I will give you did, even though you did this in the name of all people, but I still got caught in it. You did get my tooth fixed for free. I appreciate that for letting people stay on their mama's insurance till they 26.
Yeah, that was some
that was
good
dope.
out. That was
Lord
some
knows
good
that my tooth hurt like a motherfucker.
However, I needed new glasses, man.
If I could trade that for all the Trayvon Martin shit not happening for some shit that you could have put in there, I would have took my toothache.
Oh yeah, and I would have took them raggedy ass glasses that I had that was cutting my nose.
And why was gay people so important?
Man, listen, man.
I'm just jealous. I ain't mad at y'all, but I am jealous why y'all get all the attention and we didn't. Man, these motherfuckers ain't getting the press like that.
The thing is, when you put integration fucked us up, man. Integration fucked us up when they allowed us into their restaurants and into their establishments or whatever. We became everybody can be included. We 10 toes down. It's not. We 10 toes down in everybody's liberation movements. We was 10 toes down in the immigration movements or what was going on with the Central Americans just a few months ago. We was 10 toes down with the Muslim thing, you know what I'm saying? With all those refugees and shit coming over from like Syria and all that. We was holding it down. We was at the helm of the gay rights, all these gay rights, because there's straight people who they support the LGBT. They do. So black people have always had this mentality where it's like, I want everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like Fab said, I want everybody to eat, even if it's from my pantry. We've always had that mentality, man, but they never reciprocate that shit. They never do. And with Barack Obama, for you to be in office and not put the fear of God in them bastards who was gunning us down is fuck you for that. And the motherfuckers gonna talk about all them bombs you sent over there into them fucking villages over there in the Middle East with 13% kill ratios, man. Like, come on, man. Thousands of them, man. You know, man, come on, man. That's some that's devilish right there in itself. But not to mention, he also couldn't. You know, the president he's not the HNIC. He's most definitely puppeted. He's most definitely.
So that's the reason why I don't say fuck him. But
oh no, I'm saying fuck him.
I mean, like, nigga, what? I almost want to say fuck him because, like, what's the point of you being president then? You had 2 terms. What was the point?
Straight up and down. You had 2
To me, there's no, if you a nigga about to run for president, if you're not about to have your people best interests at heart, don't fucking run.
Don't.
Now I voted for the nigga. I wanted to see what it looked like. I seen what it looked like.
I did the first
It was
time.
cool. I could tell my grandkids I did it. But as far as what it looked like, I didn't like it. Might as well just let Mitt Romney and them get in there. Same shit.
Like my man Attack said, destroy and rebuild. It's gonna be the same thing over and over and over again. Now with Trump in office, now people are really, all right, cool. It's you know, after the '60s, after the civil rights movement, we was fucking them up, man. Like, nah, y'all not finna do us like this, man, yo. So they had no choice. That's when the dog whistling got popular. That's when they wasn't saying niggas. They were saying criminals. That's when war on drugs and everything became in. But you know, who were they talking about? They were talking about us. You know what I'm saying? So now that they ain't got a dog whistle as much no more, we may start getting back into where we was in the 30s and the 40s with these devilish ass people who don't have our best interests at heart. They want to keep their heel on our neck.
I'm personally of the belief that shit is going to be all good and we will live to see it. How far off do you think that opinion is?
What you mean?
I think we'll, like the Black Wall Street shit, except it lives. I think we will live to see it.
It depends.
But I think I can't. Well, there's one thing. It's either gonna come one of 2 ways. Either by we're gonna have to sacrifice a generation. There's gonna be some bloodshed, or will it just gradually trend there?
You're gonna have to sacrifice. It's gonna have to be bloodshed, man. No, man.
I don't know if it has to be.
It most definitely has to be. We are talking about man. Listen, bro. We are talking about a country that had human beings, the same human beings that gave everybody on Earth the pillars that have civilization that we know it today. We had them off. They had us in chains. We was not human. We were 3/5 a human being. That shit is still in the Constitution. 3/5 of a human being. Mind, body, spirit, credence, nationality. Take the credence and the nationality away from us. What does that make us? 3/5 of a fucking man. That shit is still implemented. All of those laws, none of those amendments got rewritten. They ain't been rewritten. They ain't been rewritten at all. Shit, to go back to Haiti, when colonized Haiti in like the early 20th century, they rewritten Dessalines' constitution to fit their agenda. You are talking about a country that is seeped in hatred and bigotry, man. There's no way possible that people are just gonna come to their good senses. Even look how they do now. Peace and peaceful protest, peace and nonviolence. They preach that peace and nonviolence shit to you. So when we getting smacked in our head and clapped down, we still some docile ass niggas. We just gonna take the punishment. Just take it. People was taking L's with a smile. Fuck out of here.
How did you feel? First of all, this episode is gonna be real. I like it.
I love it.
It's gonna have to come with a disclaimer. But